I'm here to hate today.
Yeah, we need all of that. Uh,
All right, we are live out here. Shout out to everybody
I get the
joining.
banner situation. Oh,
All right. We have a guest host in with us. We got a couple
Yo,
of them
yo.
dropping in. Bruce Wayne from the chat. I have heard from some of the guests. I mean, from the co-hosts that they like to bring in the most vocal people from the chat so they can get clowned in the chat and see what it feel like on the other side. So we'll see. We'll see how the audience is coming today. But today's episode, we're talking about uh, hip hop artists who have made the successful transition to business and like who are some of the best in that. And this conversation started from a Facebook post this week where I was saying some of my pet peeves in rap. And I think we could get probably a couple of minutes on the warm up to some pet peeves. I was saying there was a stretch in the early 2000s where literally it was mandatory that you had to rhyme model in bottles in your rhyme, and it was way overused. And we getting
They
to that point
still
now.
do.
And I was like, man, we need somebody to outlaw this. And while we outlawing stuff, I also wanted to get rid of people sampling songs that came out like a couple of years ago. There's nothing worse than you be
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
this song's still played on the radio. Why are you sampling this?
I'm 100% with you on that. Like I hate it. It'd be like a song that came out last year and somebody like sampling it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so and but I was like, who gonna outlaw it though? Right? And when we think about the craft of hip hop, it's like, all right, hip hop, we don't have no like governing entity that makes sure we doing all right as a culture. Everybody on their own out there. It's the wild, wild west.
Man,
And
it's the internet and the fake cancel culture.
yeah,
That's
it's it's wild up there for us. Did we lose? Did we lose Bruce?
yeah, you jump back. But
All
that's
right.
the internet is governing everything. It's like if you post it on like the internet and everybody on the internet says it's whack, then that's just what it is.
It
But
is
with
officially
that
whack.
being said, it works in the opposite way that a lot of the whack stuff gets praised as
Yeah.
well. And then everybody is like, oh, that's it.
But
When really that's not the wave.
whose
Go ahead.
fault is it that all the shit get praised?
The hip hop board of directors.
the fact that we don't got no right.
I
The fact that we don't got nobody in there kind of
just wrote,
shaping what hip hop should look like, for real.
yeah,
Um, it's funny. It came up in the on the chat. Someone was like, "Well, the people in the most power in hip hop is like not hip hop people." And I'm like, I understand that. The record label execs, people behind that, it was like, but yeah, if we had our own say, like who's the ones that's in it that make the smart decisions, that figure out a way to grow wealth, and then still keep the brand like legit. So I think
yeah, but
that's gonna be dope.
I do agree. Like there needs to be because a lot of times with the whack stuff, it gets praised because there's somebody or labels or whoever is putting more money into that. So you see it, you know what I'm saying? You see it more in people. That's why people praising it because that's what they marketing. So if we did have a hip hop board of directors that was like, hey, no, we can't do this, then I feel like more of the right stuff would get pushed out in front of people.
It's gonna be tough though. So I said
That's
today
facts.
we're gonna try to come up. So this is how the show gonna go today. Olivia will be joining us soon, and we get our, non all male panel split up a little bit. We're gonna try to land on about 7 or 8 things that we're gonna 7 or 8 names and ideas we're gonna debate back and forth, and y'all got to select the top 5. It'll be a link in the chat at the end of the show, so make sure you stay around at the end. We'll probably try to get to the vote no later than 8:30, 8:45 Eastern time. That's about 5:30, 5:45 Central. So, if you're tuning in now, tell somebody to check us out, to bring the comments. And as the comments in the chat shape how the discussion go. as we start getting on this. But I want to wait a little bit before I let me get in. What's some other pet peeves in rap or things that you think a hip hop board of directors could like straighten out if we had it?
Oh no, but I do want to address this comment about NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, my board of directors is veto him. He gonna be sanctioned.
Ooh, my kids think Young Boy's the GOAT.
A lot of kids
why?
do.
Why?
A lot of kids do.
And it's
like, I don't know. I don't know why. They think he the GOAT.
Yeah, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out on that one. 1 foot in because I respect it. Yeah, I respect it. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it, but I don't feel like it's
in his lane.
Yeah,
people in his lane do it better than he do it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I feel it's one of the things with anything, music, politics, religion, it's not really about the person they hyping, it's about them. Like the Beehive, people want to be, it's about them being a part of this big group thing or whatever. They don't like, they like the artist, but they like being a part of the thing more than they even like the artist. And for whatever reason, NBA YoungBoy has been this thing that they can be a part of. Because like it's plenty of other young rappers that are about the same, not even switching lanes to like total different genres of rap. Like literally people that's internet viral rappers out here that's doing the same stuff, and it's nowhere near the same. But when you know, hey, look, when I watch this video, I got 50,000 people behind me. When I jump in these comments, when these views jump out, like I'm a part of this gang. Like it's the Bloods, Crips, and NBA YoungBoy fans. Like we dope now. So I don't get it though. How did it start? How did it start though?
Man,
I got a 2-part question. When did songs go from 3 verses to 2 verses, and how do y'all feel about that?
Oh man, that is a good question because nobody talks about how songs are literally like no longer than like 2.5 minutes now. Like songs, yeah, they are extremely short. I feel like in some instances it works. In a lot of instances, it doesn't work. So I don't know how I feel about it. I feel mostly I'm gonna say I'm on the side of I wish it would go back to 3 verses. But I feel like a lot of it too is like niggas just get in the studio and now they can make these quick songs. Man, some songs be like a minute and a half. Like, what is this?
Right.
So to me, the answer is all technology on twofold. One, it's way easier to make music. When we was in kindergarten, you know how hard it would be to make a rap song that your uncle in Dallas could listen to? Like, you know how much money you needed? You know how much time?
Think about the complexity of it, even when we were like high school though. Equipment costs, you know what I'm saying? Studio time to be in a studio really costs, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all this technology where everybody had it at home and can just record something right quick and upload it to the world. So yeah.
Okay, well in that case, well, how do y'all feel about albums being hella short now? Albums be 10 songs. Back in the day, we had 18, 19 per LP.
So the other side of the technology piece is easy to make the music, but streaming has changed what we like. Albums are done. Like we gonna be done with albums because Cardi B had every single song go platinum, not because people would buy that album for 6 years, but because the way we monetize it, play it a number of times. You know how many songs got played billions of times? Like Billie Jean before streaming probably got played a billion times, but you only got sales on like how many times people bought something, not how many times people listened to something. So that gonna make your stuff shorter. You game the system. Like, okay, if I'm 90 seconds and you listen to it 3 times in an hour versus if I'm a 6.5 minute song, you listen to it once, I got 3 streams. to your one. And so now it's incentivizing like, hey, boom, boom, boom. This is what sales look like. I think they got to figure out sales completely because it's a mess now. It's a mess.
We need a hip part of directors because that sound like it ain't no passion in it. It ain't motherfuckers just out for the money, which is okay. Get your bread. But if it ain't no passion in the music ain't good.
Yeah, no, I agree 1,000%. But I am on the side of I don't know if I want 18 song album. I think 12 is like the perfect number because when you get into like those 18 and niggas is doing like 20 and 20 whatever songs, albums, I feel like half of that, at least a good half of that, you could pass on or you could skip through. I feel like if you could give me 12 solid, which probably a good probably 8 to 10 of those gonna be solid, and then it'll be like 2 or 3 fillers or so. But if you can give me that, then I'm cool.
Yeah, no, and I mean, who broke the system for me was like that Chris Brown album. I still haven't finished that from like 6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you doing?
Like way too long.
I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah, now that's something else that's going though. Skits don't exist no more. Remember, skits was everywhere.
Yeah,
we did a lot with skits. Skits don't exist no more.
Hey, I tell you one thing. I hate when it's like the skit is like attached to like the end of a song, and it's like you gotta listen. If you got a playlist, you gotta listen to this skit before it goes to the next song. Like, make this skit separate.
No, but listen though. Sometimes, and back in the when the album really meant something type days, which wasn't too long ago. Like a skit can lead into the next song perfectly, i.e. Good Kid, Mad City. That shit flowed through perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
I get it 1,000%. But sometimes in the world of playlisting that we in now, it'd be like you got this skit at the end of a song that's flowing into a song that don't got nothing to do with the skit. So
that's true. Hey, can you put Tiffany's comment back up on the screen? So I feel so she said, but the quality of music has changed too. Lyrics used to mean something. I think it's all about the hook and the beat now. Yes and no. I don't want to get into the mindset, and I wish Olivia or Jordan would come in because I don't want to get to the mindset of like the old people, like all new music is trash, get off my lawn. Like, it's a lot of music out now. We're not consuming all of it. Like, it's some good music. Like Coda the Friend. I don't know if you ever checked him out. Anybody that haven't heard of him, KOTA, the Friend, like he got some real like cerebral music and stuff. It's a bunch of music out there that's about stuff, but it's just so much now. Like, it's impossible.
You gotta search way harder for it.
Yeah, it's impossible to consume it. But I don't want to say like all music old was good and all music new is trash. It's just we got probably 100 times more music out than we did, and it was a lot easier to understand like what was good, what wasn't. Now it's everything.
Okay, I got a question. Because I'm not sure. Y'all help me jog our memories. Did rappers do shit like for rollouts back days, like how rappers do shit now, like have like a fake beef or something happened? You know what I'm saying? Did we do that? Did rappers do that back in the day before album
drop? I was getting ready.
Just hella promotion.
The first part of your question, I was getting ready to answer different till you got to the beef part. So I was getting ready to say that rappers did do rollouts, and I feel like they did more of a rollout then than they do now. Now, to answer your question about the whole like beef, like starting some controversy before, I don't think they did that as much because now we got the internet. So it's like, oh, I can start this beef and it's finna go viral. Like, so then that's the promotion. But I think that's why they do it, you know what I'm saying, now versus I don't remember, and I could be wrong. I don't remember too many people starting beef before their album came out.
Right, me neither.
Bro,
I'm like,
I mean,
times change.
It depends on how you want to look at it. but the whole East Coast, West Coast definitely pumped album sales and killed people.
No,
like
definitely.
Right?
Lives were
let's
lost
keep
for
it
sure.
96, it was the vibe album, like covers, or like, yeah, it was, man, I gotta listen to this because I gotta hear what you say. The fact that Takeover, like Jay-Z said Nas' name specifically, it wasn't for rollout though. He put it in there, but then like the next Stillmatic was all about like, I got beef with Jay. I'm gonna come out with like this ether on here, so people use beefs, but I don't know if people manufactured the beef like they do now. Where,
I mean,
like, I don't even got no beef. I just want to sell. But they
I'm
was like,
talking
oh, I'm
about
using this
stuff
beef.
like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, I'm talking about like stuff like that didn't exist. Like, where you just going, now you just creating any type of narrative you can try to create. But yeah, Greg, yes. 50 Cent definitely did. And I feel like 50 Cent was like a pioneer of doing that,
that's
because
facts.
he did it.
Facts.
Yeah, he did it so well, and it worked so well for him. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 50 started it.
He might be the GOAT. Right.
Yeah.
He might be the GOAT.
Because didn't it feel like it was unprovoked? I don't remember. Like, wasn't it unprovoked when he went in jail? Or was it based on something with M? Like, how did he end up
I don't know. I feel like 50
I don't know. I don't know. 1 minute 50 was out, next minute Ja was not.
So I think the difference with that, like the bridge is over and all stuff, like that was legitimate, like territory. They have real issues.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so battling has always been in rap. So let's make that clear in the comments. People giving examples of like battling and beef, that's always been in it. What we saying though is, hey, you know what would make me popular right now? If I don't like this person right now. That's kind of what it felt like from 50. Somebody could chime in the comments if we off base on that. But it did feel like 50 was hot, and he was like, you know what? You over there, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, 50 no reason.
Like, I don't even know you. He's like, I don't even know you.
Well, hey, that's kind of how he came out with the how to rob shit. You know what I mean? Like 50 been on that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he the OG of this. Now we got Tekashi 6ix9ine. Thanks for, and look at 50 on the internet now. It's still consistent. He still lived that life.
Still,
troll.
Like, it still works. It still works for him. But yeah, I feel like 50 brought the pettiness to the beef.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so look, we're gonna hop in this one. I guess we'll do the screen share at some point, like we normally do, so people can keep up what's going on. But all right, hip hop board of directors, they're gonna settle where we make our money, how we do our music, all of that stuff. Who's some people, like, let's have some rules around this. Are we like gonna go with the most easy direct? Do we need some like diversity on our board? Like what before we start, what makes for a good board? And yeah, throw some comments in there as well. What makes for a good board of directors?
Man, every company got this new diversity and inclusion department or division, or whatever it is. So for start, I think it needs to definitely be, it needs to have somewhat diverse, to it. So not just hey, now I'm thinking about it, right? And when we were talking like in the group chat and all that type of stuff, like I feel like it needs to be somebody young, somebody like there needs to be several points of view. I feel like.
Yeah. But I definitely got that. I mean, it'll be controversial or not, but he got to be on the board. So
this
I'll spit him out whenever y'all ready.
Before we hop into that, look, a lot of times with your organization, you say, all right, they do this thing, whatever. Like if you're on the board, they're like, what do we have here? We've got a finance person. We need to go after money. We need somebody with some history. So like rap you need some petty. Like our board got to have some like people who are respected as rappers. I don't know if they lyricists or whatever. Like you got to have some people that's respected as rappers. At the same time, you got to have some people that sell. They like
not necessarily rappers. Not necessarily rappers.
What's that?
Not necessarily rappers. They need to be respected, but not necessarily for being a rapper. Is all
I
I'm
think
gonna
you
say.
need.
But
I
I
think
do
you
agree.
need somebody respected. Like, imagine in all of sports, like college sports, nobody ever played. You'd be like, fam, you don't know what you're talking about. Yes, there are some good ones, but if you never had anybody ever played that was all coaching, you'd be like, what's going on? We need some people that know how to rap on the board. That when they talk about, hey, this is what we need to do with rap music, when they go and sit NBA YoungBoy down, they can be like, I've been there. I know this. If ain't none of them, I think the board is like, hey man, y'all know nothing. Y'all
Not
outside.
necessarily, because I can think of three off top. I mean, one I'm gonna really push in there because I don't think people are thinking about them, but I can think of three off top that
Russell,
don't really rap,
Russell
but it's hella respected.
Simmons.
Yes, Russell and Puff, but I'm gonna say the other one later on. We
Yeah.
had these
So
debates.
I ain't saying all five need it, but I'm saying you need some of that on your board.
Right.
Like you gotta have, yeah. So that's on my point. Like I think you need some rap.
Right.
You need some commercial appeal, and you need some business savvy. Somebody that know how to that's like, look, I've been in the boardrooms, I've been in the place, I've been leveraging. Like I think you need some of that.
All right,
you need a nigga that can keep his ear to the streets too.
Yeah. Hey, so I think
because
like
that's where a lot of people lose touch.
No, 100%. I feel like we know a lot of like the obvious answers and obvious go-to people, right? But who's like could be on a board that's like under 30?
So that's where we want to start at. That's where we want to start.
I think so because we know a lot of the other obvious answers. I feel like.
I'm
right.
I'm gonna try to share. I think I'm gonna do
under 30.
Under 30. Yeah. So somebody that
Greg
what
said,
about
what's the board's responsibilities?
So look, so a board with any organization is look, you got the people that do the work, and then they be like oversight. Like they are the protectors of the culture of hip hop. So when we got issues about like, hey, how we move forward, how do we, what's the when they're having the decisions about hip hop and what they're getting for their streaming royalties, it's like, let's go to the hip hop board. When they're talking about branding into new ventures, breaking new artists, and not completely like an A&R sort of piece. Like they ain't managing labels, but just like the culture, protecting the culture, making sure it's respected and moving forward in that space. That's what I think. What do y'all think? Y'all had a week to think on it. What y'all think?
No, I agree.
That's exactly what I think. Somebody who is in charge of the culture, because we don't got nobody that's in charge of the culture. And even though I love the culture and I love how it's expanded, you know what I'm saying? And it's everywhere now, you know what I'm saying? Like our culture is everywhere. We still need people in charge of this shit.
Yeah. And Tiffany, I said under 30 just because I feel like somebody got to be on the board that represents like that younger like demographic from their point of view. So for instance, like we not young boy fans, and I don't think we supposed to understand it. Like it's not meant for us in our listening. But a lot of kids understand it, obviously. I can go on plenty of posts and the comments is why be better? Why be better? It has nothing to do with young boy at all. It's just people comment why be better. So for some reason, somehow, it's some talent in something that he's doing, and that's got these people in a cult following like this. So I feel like we need somebody to represent
what if it really ain't no talent? And that's why we need this hip hop board, because you know what I'm saying?
So I think this is a great place to start though. Under 30, and I haven't seen any name pop up in the chat this evening.
Right, nobody can even.
It's hard.
Yeah, but and see, look, this.
How old is Dirk?
He's close to it. My thing with, maybe
Dirk.
He had a good interview the other day.
Hey,
how
But
he owned
Dirk,
the trucking company.
I'm
And
gonna
how
tell
he
you
was
why
like,
Dirk is a good candidate
listen,
because he's been through, even though he's like reinvented himself now, but he's been through a different phase of rap as well. So that's a good candidate because it ain't like he just came out today. Like Dirk been around for a minute.
Right.
It's just that, he reinvented himself. So that's somebody who's experienced.
What about can we have somebody responsible for the underground circuit, or
Oh,
is
shit.
the board as a whole responsible for the underground circuit because
so like,
they don't get as much shine as they should?
Is battle rap a part of the culture?
And
It's
fuck
a
yeah, it's a
part
part
of
of the
the
culture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a part of the culture.
So I mean, if they're gonna be making decisions on that, like, you can't have just like Jay-Z and Russell Simmons handling the next smack lineup. Like,
Right.
so and the under 20,
Under 20. Yeah,
I got
don't
nothing
know.
for you, bro. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to throw some names. So Little Dirk is out there for under 30. We got is Vince Staples under 30?
Vince Staples is a great candidate if he's under 30.
Let me look it up, man. I love Vince Staples, by the way.
Yeah.
Let me look that up. Vince Staples. Let's see how old he is. He is. He's 28.
Okay.
Yeah, Vince is a great candidate.
Just make this hey, you know what's crazy? You know who would have been dope in this board? Because one thing they always have two on boards, someone that's completely left field, like, who's like adjacent to the culture and can speak. Like, we need some sort of representation like that too. It don't have to be fashion, but just someone who like is steeped in it, get it, is professional, but not the artist. Because sometimes you too close to the craft to see it. You get a bunch of rappers in the room, they're only making their decisions. There's no consumers, there's no high level thinkers or whatever. So like people who can see it from other sides as well with that piece. So as we look at our categories, I'll start adding some different categories. So we got under 30, we got streets,
Glittery Bubbles with the nonsense.
Yeah,
already.
Doja Cat and Young Miami.
What about Doja Cat and Young Miami?
Hey, I'm gonna say why Nori is a good candidate. Because a lot of these rappers are going into the podcast world, and Drink Champs was definitely one of the pioneers. One of them. To make that lane for ex rappers.
But so I look to say, like, how do you look at Nori as his decision making for a culture? Like, I'm not on Drink Champs as heavy or whatever, but like when he on there, are you like, yo, like he representing, like gets it from a larger view, or like
I
he
just
good
think
at
he's
it?
funny. But I don't know if I want Nori making the decisions for the culture though. But
right.
Yeah.
We need somebody that's that can scout talent.
We do.
Young
like
talent.
A&R types, like people or whatever. Like,
do we want
Dallas? I was gonna say, we need. Look, as much love as we give Mama Soul, we got to give Dallas some love.
Yeah,
right?
Dallas Martin. We can. I mean, he could be in the conversation somewhere.
I agree. His mentor, what's my man's name? Come on, help me out. Was with Def Jam. R.I.P. No longer with us. He brought so many people in.
Chris Lighty?
No.
But that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Damn, I cannot think of because he
is it Shaka? What's his name? Anyways, I can't remember. I think there's a lot of value though to that role. The person who's got their ear to the streets of the music, thinking about putting
A&R.
putting folks together.
For a A&R, older gentleman, y'all should put Jermaine Dupri in there.
Okay, Jermaine Dupri.
He's great at finding talent.
I give him that, and he's good at finding. I mean, we gotta give him the credit for that young talent as well.
Right. That's what
I don't know if nobody.
I think Bow Wow
I don't
might
know
disagree.
if anybody else has done it like he's done it, like with kids.
I think Bow Wow might disagree with you, man. He said they ain't got no chemistry. He said Snoop gave him his whole career. He said Snoop gave him his whole career.
Jay-Z,
Jay is a no-brainer. We know Jay.
Yeah, I mean, we could get to. So there's only going to be. I would like to get to them later. There's only going to be so many spots for Jay-Z, Rick Rubin, Russell Simmons. Like they would take up the whole thing. You could do Diddy, Jay-Z, Rick Rubin, Russell Simmons, and like be done. That's not fun, and that's also not diverse either because a lot of them bring a very similar perspective, right?
Dr. Dre.
So, right. That's gonna be the harder part, deciding between them.
Yeah,
they get to a point. I'll put like a hip hop royalty category or something. I'll put them a little off to the side as we're making this up as we go.
Yeah, so that
got Jay,
really, Dr. Dre, Diddy,
Puff, yeah. Hey, quiet as kept. I don't know how y'all feel about this. Kanye might need to be on the board.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Run his credentials down. Let's talk about it.
I feel perfectly fine about that. Because I'm gonna run it down.
Go ahead.
So he has a pulse on the culture as a whole, not just being a rapper, from the fashion to being able to scout these younger artists and these younger like producers and all of that. Like he has his hand on the culture, like 100%. And and we need somebody on their board that is not afraid to push forward new ideas, new thinking, even if it is not like the grandest idea. He just ain't afraid to do, you know what I'm saying, nothing. So
my pushback. So as you can tell, I'm really taking it seriously. Like my pushback on the Kanye and the like another person like Joe Budden, they too self-absorbed to like make decisions for the culture as a whole. Like, yeah, every once in a while they roll out, but then they'll be like hung up on the issue and will go and destroy everything over that one issue. It's like, bro, like it's bigger than that. Like,
hey, let's come back to the Kanye. Yeah. Keep that P comment up there.
Yeah.
That's a very important comment right there.
I agree. I think P is definitely like we need some. So
that's like hip hop royalty. That's under hip hop royalty.
We got P, but what about Jay Prince? Like I think there's a category for people who like made it happen.
Well, put them on the streets. To be honest with you,
I think so. We could make a streets or whatever. But people who did it they weren't really. P was independent, but you know what I'm saying.
That's kind of what I mean by streets. He was out the back of the trunk with it, out the record store with it, type shit.
We're leaving streets right now. We know that, but and Jay Prince makes me think of that. Hey, quiet as kept. You know who in this category? DJ Drama.
Make it
I'm on the fence.
So DJ Drama was like, look, I'm trying to make the whole Gangsta Grills movement, but not just so Gangsta Grills wasn't DJ Drama likes rap music and this is what he's making. He was like, I got my ear to the street. We're gonna get this out there in a total different way. Like we about to create a whole lane. Like there was no lane. Like he didn't like there was a whole like mixtapes already exist. This is how we about to do it. We about to create whole careers off of it, not starting record labels, not do like, it was really about like making this straight to street culture. And then you get Jeezy, you get everybody that comes up through that. So
yeah, but how does that qualify you to make decisions for the culture? I agree with what you're saying, but how does that ultimately qualify you to be on this 5-person committee?
I mean, you might not make the 5, but I think it's in the similar vein of P. Like it's not to the level of P, but it's in the similar vein.
No, hell no, because P, I'm saying P, because of what he did and all of his knowledge. Like this motherfucker can teach. He's very knowledgeable. What the fuck? What is DJ Drama gonna teach you?
I mean, I think he's got a lot. I think he's got a lot to say. But you know what? I give you that.
I mean, I would maybe under. I don't know. Maybe will we put him under that A&R category?
He don't have to be up right now. I just wanted to throw it out there. Look, we got 2 comments back to back though that we should address whatever about the lack of women on the list right now. I think there are.
All right, let's go to the women.
Some key contributions from women, but I don't think women in and of itself is a category. Like I think it's
like, it should go under the respective.
Is it like veteran rappers? So do we go?
Yeah, Missy.
MC. Oh yeah,
Missy.
Yeah, Missy is easy. Like that's definitely.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm picking Missy before I pick Nori.
100%. 100%.
And then shaping the culture. Missy would be really good.
MC Light is the voice of every award show.
Yeah, right.
And the runner-up to the bracket made it all the way to the championship game. Don't forget. For those of you who haven't caught up or whatever, check out on the Beats and Beers YouTube page. We did a bracket. We did a 64 person bracket.
Man, that one was funny.
And the finalists, I'm not gonna spoil it, but check it out. Go back and click and check it out. Zoom to the end. Who else is in this space? I mean, we got Missy, and it doesn't have to just be rappers.
Here goes.
It would be. Go ahead. It would. Okay. And look, where's the other question? Teresa asked where the ladies was at. Liv, you must have heard her. She was just asking.
There she go. Yeah.
So Liv, this is where we at thus far. We trying to make it to 5. Well, actually, as hosts, we want to make it to about 8 that we're gonna put up to vote. We want them to select the 5 that's gonna be on the hip hop board. We're talking about all the different things. As you see, we're struggling to fill some under 30 spots. Individuals that are under 30. So I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but you on the spot.
We need some women too.
And some
non-musicians, non-artists. I'll change it to non-artists.
So what about producers?
Go ahead.
Like, I don't know. Like, we want to see like a Pharrell, a Timberland. Who else?
Really, Pharrell, Timberland, Swiss, Dre,
Jeff Blaze. Dre already under hip hop royalty.
I can't even like. I rock with Just Blaze. I do.
Yeah, I get it.
He gonna make it. Like Swiss couldn't make the top 10 producers. He ain't gonna make it, but like at least we make it. Never forget. Also, the show for those of you who just checking out, we did our top 10 producers. I don't want to spoil it, but Swiss and 40 don't end up where you expect them to. Under 30, Liv. So as you was thinking about it this week, you've been in the chat. Who under 30? Who are some young voices that can hold their own in the boardroom and sit down and make this speech? There was a lot of call for Doja Cat out here. I don't know that Doja Cat will be speaking for the culture in 4 or 5 years. Like,
did y'all see?
She might.
About Doja Cat, I remember we was talking about is Doja Cat a rapper, and he was like, I didn't even know that was a question. Of course she's a rapper. I'm like, wait, hold on. People really think that she's a rapper. So I feel like, Doja Cat got a lot of pull. I feel like she could hold her own in like a boardroom. And she's very like, she kind of gives me that office Christmas party type of vibe, you know? So she could definitely, I feel like she could fit in that. I was gonna say Rihanna, but I don't think she's under 30. So
hey, Kareem.
Hey, well, we need to get Rihanna on here somewhere.
yeah, I was like, Rihanna definitely need to be on here somewhere.
Okay.
Hey, and I'm in agreement with this Beyonce comment too.
So what did those? What's that? What category are they? Just artists? We just do an artist category?
Yeah, maybe.
What role is that? So again, thinking about our board, like what role
Beyonce is hip hop royalty.
Yeah, that's facts.
I mean, at that point, Rihanna probably is too.
Yeah.
All right. So look, Kareem and Glittery Bubbles. I want y'all to be able to hear. I know it's a little bit of a delay. Go ahead with your Doja Cat comments. Like, let's make the case for Doja. You got 4 posts each. Make the case right now for Doja Cat.
Yeah, because really I mean that one's not getting my
I want 4 posts from Glittery Bubbles and 4 posts from Kareem about Doja Cat. Number it. 1, she got this and she got some hair. I don't know.
Okay, Doja Cat or Meg?
No, Meg.
Meg, if I had to choose between the two.
Yeah, Meg.
I mean,
30K.
So here's the thing about both of them. I mean, I think they would do a good job in bringing a conversation about what is hip hop beyond the booth, right? Where are we entering into, like, how do we leverage ourselves in the sponsorship?
Whose culture? What
yeah,
culture?
I gotta be. Yeah, this is where I gotta draw the line somewhere.
What culture?
The culture. I'm like, what culture are we speaking of here?
So 1, she's not a rapper. 2, she got the accolades. Okay. All right, man. Look, you know what? They want the name on here. Is Doja under 30?
Yeah, she's. Yeah. Well, Donnell says she's 26.
There you go. I don't completely understand, but she'll be up there.
Why isn't Ye up there yet? What's going on?
Yeah, come on, because
I don't like him.
Get him on here, hip hop royalty.
I mean, Pharrell and Timberlake technically be there too. Do you want Kanye and Dre over here, or you want them to stay over here? It doesn't genuinely matter. But as we're selecting, the categories will matter as we're selecting because we want something that's well-rounded, right? So just keep that in mind if you feel like people in the wrong category or something like that.
Kareem making his case. 1, I got kids. I don't listen to her on purpose. 2, he has a Grammy.
No, having a Grammy, I mean, if that's the case, Will Smith is making our board, which probably wouldn't have been a terrible choice before. Meg definitely got a Grammy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she do.
she definitely has a Grammy.
All right, Doja is going to stand in the pop rap lane. She has 6 points. She's
My problem with this is I don't want. I mean, I guess look, we can elect the board however often we want. I don't want to do something and we look back like, who was that? Why was they there? Like, most of these people we're naming, well, it's hard to believe they'll fall into that. Vince Staples technically could, but I think his relevance is not as much on that piece. Hey, current artists who are not in the hip hop royalty, J. Cole. Like
I say Drake over J. Cole. Because Drake keep his ear to the streets. Drake be on all the new shit before it's even the new shit.
Yeah, he be fine.
I heard a little baby because of Drake.
The next wave he can ride.
White boy JB.
Why Lil Baby not in that under 30 category? Did we talk about Lil Baby?
We
didn't. That's what you're here for.
Go ahead.
Lil Durk in there. I mean, Lil Durk, Vince Staples, and Doja Cat for like the under 30. Like, dang, yeah, Lil Baby definitely need to go in there to represent.
But here's what I don't want this to become though, is like who's the best rappers or who are the most popular rappers. Like, I think the Drake argument makes sense outside of what he just does as performance. Is like to the point of like, I'm looking at the culture, I know the sounds that are coming next, and then I'm like, also he's like always trying to. This is like a positive for this. He's always trying to bite and hop on something, right? Ooh, maybe I should sound like Afro beats. Maybe I should do this. What's WizKid doing? Maybe I should. So I think that makes him a good place. Lil Baby, to me, is just like a dope performer that's still like cutting his craft out. Vince Staples feels like he's looking at the whole space or whatever, and like really, I think he'll be like controversial and probably always get into fights.
Young Thug.
Ooh, that is. Let my brother
Hey,
tell
but
it.
if we do Young Thug, we got to do Future.
All right, talk about it. I don't think Future. If you thought I didn't want Kanye up there, what do you think Future care about?
Future, I mean, here's the thing. Whether we want to like it or not, I keep making this argument on several episodes. Whether we want to like it or not, Future has his hand on the culture. He's responsible for a whole wave of artists. I'm telling you, like
Thug is too, though.
Exactly, but Future is responsible. Without Future, it wouldn't have been a Thug.
Without Wayne, it wouldn't have been either one of them two niggas.
Exactly.
Without Rocco, it wouldn't have been a Future. I mean, we can't pick everybody. Somebody.
But I'm saying, but see, that's the difference. You talking about somebody that just like, okay, he signed them. Like Rocco did like influence Future sound.
Whoa. Yes, he did. Bro, listen to that.
Well, if he influenced Future sound, then Future took his sound to the moon.
He did. No doubt. I was saying that being funny. Like Future is much more established than Rocco. However, Rocco was doing the sound and Future grabbed it and just like so look, just like heck, I mean, this is like look at what Steph Curry is doing with shooting. Like there was people that was shooting. It was Judd Bushler and Steve Kerr and stuff like that. Like, but he still took it to a whole new level, but he was influenced by them. I picked people that was whack.
What does it mean he don't develop nothing? Mean develop artists?
I think that's what
Sung Soo. Many call Future this. I mean Drake is Sung Soo. Soo Sung. That is funny. I'll put Future up there. I don't
if you put Young Thug up there, what's your reason for Young Thug and not Future?
Because young Thug find talent, develop talent.
Yeah, he develops talent. Like that's the
Future don't really
the development.
At least not to my knowledge.
Putting people on is
every artist don't make a good CEO.
That's true. And everybody does. Like I do think of these people, we need a just artists. Like for instance, like Vince Staples is on the list, not because of putting other people on.
Hey, me and Glitter Bubble finally about to agree because I agree with this comment.
That's fine.
Chris Brown is hip hop, definitely, 1,000%. Does he need to go on the list? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna leave that up to y'all. But
Lev, Chris Brown, on or off? You got to unmute to join the conversation. Unless you talk to yourself.
I would say on. I would say on.
Make the case.
I mean, I just feel like he's a good artist, a great artist, and a great entertainer. And I mean, but he's not like I don't want to say like speak out a lot, but he doesn't like do a whole lot besides like be Chris Brown. So that's why I'm like.
So the lens that I'm using, that line right there is what not like. If all you do is be yourself, like this board probably ain't for you. They will represent you and like you'll deal with them, whatever. But like if literally all you do is just like I'm me and I'm doing whatever. Like, that's how I feel about Meg Thee Stallion. We mentioned it earlier. Like Meg Thee Stallion is Meg Thee Stallion. Like that's it. Chris Brown is Chris Brown.
I got one.
Wait, before you jump on yours, one of the comments, whatever. Nick Cannon would be dope. He technically is an artist, but that's the type of non-artist. That's the type of non-artist person I'm thinking.
Write him, type him in the non-artist though, because you got
even though he is an artist.
Fuck that shit. Type him in the non-artist. Nick Cannon is the non-artist.
Even though, look, I know Brandon not gonna agree with this because we went back and forth about Baby in the past, so I'm sure he's gonna be upset that we got Nick Cannon.
Hold on, what's the?
Nick Cannon as a non-artist.
Elliot in a non-artist.
Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to disagree with that. With Nick
No,
Cannon.
the category, not the person. The category.
Okay. If you put Doja Cat on the list, how is Chris Brown a question? Hey,
that's
shout
fair.
out to Portia.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know why
Shout
Doja Cat
out
is on
to
the list.
Portia.
Period.
Somebody says okay. There was one more name. Donald Glover, bro. Childish Gambino would be great.
Yeah.
Can we current artists? Can we? Is that cool? Are we calling him Childish or Donald Glover? How we doing it?
Childish Gambino. We'll do a Childish Gambino. Tyler.
But what about Ross? Both for his business savvy, and I think he just picked some of the best beats. Period. I don't know what that's worth, but it's worth something.
If there's a mentor aspect of this board, yes, Ross is definitely the one that tells you like this is what you do when you sit down with a producer. Know your voice first. Know your flow. And then, like, he has that figured out to a T. He ain't never got on a beat that didn't match with his flow, ever.
Right.
Unlike Dave East hopping on with, who he hop on from Flint? Was it, who did Dave East, or what, no, from Detroit. Who did Dave East get on with? Dang. I'm going to have to find it now. I'm going to
just leave this comment right here.
Shout out to Bobby Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby, but boy, Bobby Brown would be the Eric Mays of the board.
For those tuning in outside of Flint, Michigan, Google Flint City Council and Eric Mays. You will be entertained. That was who they was comparing Bobby Brown to. What is having a great performance after? Like, how does that help you out in this space, Kareem?
Yeah, who has a better? I mean, nobody has a better performance than them, but that still don't really justify. She's not 30, but ooh, damn, Miss Erica.
Yeah, Erica. Tighten these chicks up.
Here's the thing, though. You know we all got to eventually. So, dang, it is 8:23. We got 7 minutes to go on this. Then at 8:30, as the host, we got to narrow this down to 8. All right. Ooh. So let's keep the quality ones coming through. I think it's worth mentioning. Is that his official name?
Smack for the streets. Write them in.
All right. Boosie? What category?
For streets, write down Boosie, because that's kind of funny, actually.
Boosie.
We gonna give Nicki credit for working with new artists and helping break them. Yeah, if you put Drake on here, you gotta put Nicki.
No, you don't.
Oh, break it down. Nicki for what? Break it down.
Hold on. What? Like, I'm not saying she doesn't. So here's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Nicki doesn't break artists. I'm saying you can't say if we gonna put Drake, we gotta put Nicki. Like, Drake is done. That's all I'm saying.
I'll pump the brakes on that point of view. But my thought behind it was at one point, and I mean it might not count for as much anymore, but Nicki was doing the same thing as Drake does. She does it, but I feel like her status not as high as like a Drake is now. But at one point, she was doing it.
What's her name?
Put her up there.
Erica Banks says she don't do it enough, or who was that? Erica Banks? Or
yeah, that was Erica Banks. To Teresa, can y'all name some more women?
Put Angie Martinez on there.
She's gonna be a non-artist though.
Yeah, she probably won't make the cut, but honorable mention.
we could put Nicki in the current artist. It's fine. And I mean, so here's the thing. Here's the thing that Nicki has, and that a lot of people have followed, is similar to Kanye, but a different approach of you becoming a brand as a like brand name sponsor, not like I'm gonna start these organizations businesses, but like I can make myself a brand name sponsor. Like, here's how you polish and enter all these spaces. So, real talk, Will Smith would have been really dope for this. I think he's made himself really difficult to deal with in these past 4 weeks, but he would have been dope on a board like this, like that perspective.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm.
I don't know. I don't know even before the slap if he would.
Yeah.
Like this.
You don't think so? I mean, think about this. Will Smith had like one album, maybe two, and then he went to execs and was like, "Look, bet on me. Like I like this. Look at what I've created. This is my brother. Bet on me," and made a whole career out of that off of hip hop. Like, I got this.
But do we want Will Smith dictating hip hop,
the culture?
Like, yeah,
I want him a part of the conversation. Like, I want more Will Smiths. Like, opportunity.
Okay, we can have Will Smith a part of a conversation here and there. It's like you having a board meeting and it's like a little community session part of it or something at the beginning. Invite Will in. Yeah, say your piece, Will. All right, Will. We'll take it into consideration.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, and we cannot. I mean, it's not just. It's about the culture. It's not just about the skill level. Like, yes, Will Smith is not a great rapper, but what he has done with his rap platform is intentional and like impressive. And people follow suit.
Rich Paul.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but
he ain't gonna make it nowhere on here. Yeah. But we don't need to be in the. We got what, 3 minutes? How many names we got so far? A lot. 1, 2.
Mona Scott Young.
Who's Mona Scott Young? Where's that at?
Isn't she the producer for Love and Hip Hop?
I put Badu up.
She created Love and Hip Hop. Yeah, she's done a lot.
Where's she at? I missed it.
We don't want Mona making decisions for the culture though.
Yeah,
I don't know if y'all won't, but
I don't want Mona necessarily probably making those decisions.
It's not a bad choice though, right? I think she puts people in a crazy light, but it's like I'm connected to the space in a way that it's not a bad choice. Who's in those boardrooms? What about my man Damon Keith? Is that the FUBU dude? Is that his name?
Oh,
yeah. Draymond, no? Damon, something, yeah.
No, we account for a Grammy, bro. What are we talking about? You talking about because I said that about Will Smith. He bringing back the Grammy comment for Doja Cat earlier. Ozuna. Who is Ozuna? Leslie. Put Leslie up on the screen when it makes through. I did put Badu up there. I added her after I just didn't have a full name. But
Badu? Oh
yeah, we got it. But who is Ozuna? I'm not familiar. Educate.
What about like a Charlemagne?
That's a yeah.
Okay, Liv.
What we got? I see y'all here. All right. Let me scroll so people can see these other ones over here. We got it. It's 8:29. I'm gonna read through the names.
It's gonna be tough to break. Oh my God, it's gonna be tough.
We got Lil Durk, Vince Staples, Doja Cat, Lil Baby, Master P, Jay Prince, Smack from the Battle Rap League, Lil Boosie, Nick in the non-artist category, Nick Cannon, Angie Martinez, Rich Paul, the agent, Mona Scott, Charlemagne the God, current artist Drake, Young Thug, Future, Chris Brown, Childish Gambino, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, veteran artists Noriega, Missy Elliott, Erykah Badu, the A&R Camps, Dallas Martin, Jermaine Dupri, Hip Hop Royalty, Jay-Z, Rick Rubin, Dr. Dre, Diddy, Russell Simmons, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye, and hot producers.
What's the process of elimination?
It's gonna be tough.
So here's what we don't want to spend.
Right,
so we want them voting.
30.
We want them voting in 15 minutes. Hold on, look. We want them voting in at least 15 minutes. So we're gonna give us 15 minutes to narrow this down. Here's what we're gonna do first. I'm gonna just moderate, even though it's gonna be hard for me. Y'all each get to put one person at the top of the list. This doesn't mean they necessarily get saved, but they're really high up. You get to put one person all the way at the top of the list. Liv, who's your one? You want me to scroll the screen again?
Oh, one out of everybody or one
Yes.
per category?
No, one out of everybody. Because we're gonna end up putting less than 10.
Jesus.
We putting less so one person makes it. Boom, they straight to the final.
Right. Go ahead.
They in the final 8. Liv, you get first dibs.
But wait, right quick.
Yeah,
Because
Sylvia Roan is I know Sylvia Roan. She's powerful.
I'll put her up there.
Look, we were talking off screen and we never got to the bottom of it. Brian, what's your beef with Rap Snacks?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I hate Rap Snacks. I get it. Like, oh, let's take back the industry. Like, we don't need more off-brand chips, dog. Like, that's not what's saving us. Like,
that's your beef with Rap Snacks?
Bro, we don't need a higher dose of sodium. Like, come on, man. Get out of here.
I'm with you there.
Get out of here. Bro, that's
my only beef with Rap Snacks is that they need to take that old ass Migos pictures off. It's like they can at least
so
update the picture.
They look so low budget, dog. Like, come on, man. Rap Snacks is. Thank you. Shout out to you. See anybody walking down the street with Rap Snacks? It's like, well, you trying to do it. Although we do have Rap Snacks at some of our local businesses in the area. Shout out to Comic Book Store holding it down. But nah, I'm
so it's safe to say y'all wouldn't want Master P on the board because that's the type of advice that he would give to these artists to get their money.
Hey, and Master P was a terrible sports agent. So that's the type of advice he gives. You take that into account. But,
okay, so if they had rap veggies, that'd be okay.
See, look, off-brand. Leslie knows what's up. Off-brand. Yes. Yeah, I would be. I'd be a little better with rap veggies. It depends though. So who you got, Liv? This person is straight to the finals. One pick. You want me? Let me know if you need me to scroll the ground. Who?
Rihanna.
All right.
Okay.
I'm repping for the women.
First pick. We still gonna get. I'll make it. No, it's hard to see. I'll make it red, even though red usually means bad. But all right, Rihanna's on to the finals. Bruce Wayne, what's up?
Jay.
This is what we're gonna do, yeah? You can
get it out the way. Let's just get it out the way.
Okay, my turn.
Yep.
I'm going for Yay.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you.
This is fun, guys.
Hey, watch the throne. Look, we got all the billionaires.
This is fun, guys.
Yay.
Okay.
Look.
I'm not knocking us, guys. Look, it is what it is.
You gotta pick them, though.
Hey, that's crazy.
You don't have to.
That's crazy that we picked those three, though. Like, I really wasn't even thinking about it until after I said Yay name. But yeah, we've got all the billionaires.
Wow.
I see where you're going.
How about because of so many names, maybe we can make it a 10-person list?
Let's work on coming up with 10 names and see how we feel. So now we need 7 more names. Now I'm about to do the reverse. You got to get rid of 2 people from this list.
Hey, thank you, Donnell. Hey, them Migos rap snacks go hard.
Look, Cardi B's fire too.
Oh, Cardi B's fire too.
I can't believe I'm entertaining this conversation. You know what?
The Lil Baby Sweet Tea. I'm telling y'all, it's
little. Is that a real thing?
Yes.
There's Lil Baby Sweet Tea.
Yes, it's called Lil Baby Ooh Wee Sweet Tea. It's
what do we get? What are we giving our culture? Like, I hope this board of directors is like, guess what? We not giving diabetes and hypertension to the hood. That's not what we doing.
Hey,
we
I ain't with. I'm not with Master P. I'm not with Master P making it with the noodles. I ain't with the noodles though.
Oh, that's where I draw the line now. Wait a minute. I can have Migos on my chips, but I can't have some ramen noodles.
No, not the noodles.
Cool. Whatever. Well, all right. So look, here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna flip reverse order of what we just did. You got to get rid of 2 folks. If there's a huge objection when somebody get rid of something, speak up real quick. Same in the chat. I'll keep an eye on the chat. If we about to get rid of somebody and you just want to fight for them, it is what it is. So, B, get rid of 2 people.
Doja Cat.
I was keep my one.
Y'all better fight for her in the chat.
Y'all go ahead.
Hold on, I can't see. Okay.
Where's the strike through on this text?
So Doja Cat and can you scroll to the so I can see the rest?
Yep.
Damn, nobody on that side.
Throw back to the under 30s and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, exactly. I could about X that whole side. But
hey, don't do that.
No, I know. But, that's why I'm not gonna even go back over there. I'm gonna do man, and it's just because I know she's not gonna make it to the end anyway. Angie Martinez.
All right, Jarrell.
All right, I'm gonna cancel out. I'm gonna cancel out Mona Scott.
Damn, that's who was next for me.
Keep an eye on the chat if somebody come up.
Rib flavor.
Rib
flavor. What?
Hey, side note, somebody had a conversation. It was one of the socials, and they said if you could get rid of one thing on earth, what would it be? It was like racism, hatred. I was like, the McRib. For
please, thank you.
Don't ever bring that back to earth.
Hey,
that and mosquitoes. All right.
Leslie makes a good point here, though. Rib flavor don't equal barbecue. Like, what's wrong with just having barbecue flavored chips? What is a rib flavor?
That meat also? I don't know.
Is it smoky grill taste? What is rib flavor?
It's not. Look, we're gonna make it down. So look, and I explained to everybody then whatever. Hey, we're gonna come down to about 10 suggestions. There'll be a link for you to vote. We're gonna get there in 10 minutes. There's gonna be a link for you to vote. Of the 10, you get to select 5 that you want to make the board. You guys will pick. Hey, this is our hip hop board of directors. So we're gonna make it down to 5, maybe 7. We'll see. We'll see what the how hard people want to fight. All right, who else you getting rid of, Bruce?
I'm getting rid of Rick Rubin. Nothing against white people.
Live.
It's gonna get crazy.
You know how she feel about Rick Rubin.
Hey, I mean, I want him to make decisions for the culture. I feel like he just made money off of it, so he can go.
Okay.
Dang, tell him why you mad, son.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, Chris Brown is boring. All right. Liv.
All right, I'm gonna say, Mom. I'm gonna go Master P.
What? Hey, we gotta.
When do we fight for the artists that we want to keep?
Okay, we could. I'm gonna let her do her too, and then we'll talk about that subject.
I'm gonna go Master P and scroll over.
That's the end.
And Swizz.
Okay, I don't argue for that one. But.
All right. Do we have 2 objections to P being scratched off?
I got an objection to P being scratched off.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Out of everybody on this list, I just would not. I don't think he's the person I would go to for advice.
You will go to P before Boosie.
I would go to Boosie yeah, I mean, no, he's just not. He's not my vote for the streets. I would probably vote Boosie. But
do y'all remember the contract he had Ricky Williams sign? This was all incentives.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember the contract that Master P signed with Koch Records? No,
Master P
no.
has done nothing for the culture since, I'm assuming they meant 2000. Wow.
That's strong.
Fair.
Yeah, man. I think
Master P has a lot of ventures, man. He do a lot of shit. It's just not in music. He don't gotta push the culture music wise.
That's true. I agree. I think he's still out of here though. So they came for you. What wasn't enough support out there? Hey. All right. So we want to make it to about 10. That did not really make things much easier.
Yeah, why you ain't eliminating nobody?
I mean, oh yeah, I'll eliminate folks. I didn't want to add to, so I'm gonna eliminate Boosie, definitely.
You don't got no ear to the streets.
And I mean, shout out to the homie, the home team, but I'll be the bad guy and get rid of Dallas.
All right, Master P, say hi, little Bow Wow.
No silk without P. All right. So how many categories we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 categories. So we're gonna have at least 10 for them to vote on. So we're gonna go through our categories with 3 people or less, and we're gonna select who is gonna make it from that category. So that is under 30, streets, veteran artists, and producers. We're gonna select one person out of each of those. We got a consensus agree. So who's the under 30 pick? Fight it out.
Vince Staples.
I'm going to.
You saying taking Vince off?
No. I want Vince to stay. I want Vince to stay.
I'm saying between under 30 streets, veteran artists, and producers, only one is gonna make it to the vote. So right now we're going through each one and picking. This person is making it to the vote. And so he said Vince is this one.
Vince for the under 30 is my pick.
What you got? You said Dirk?
Yeah, I'm going Dirk.
B?
I'm gonna go Dirk as well.
All right, so we're good. So whatever happens, maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking Vince. That didn't help. I'm willing to go Dirk. I'll line up with the streets or whatever. But, you can't really go wrong.
Dirk isn't gonna push anything but drill music.
Yeah. But it will be great to, you know what? It'll be great to have somebody on the board like Dirk when Eric Adams from New York tries to ban drill music and he can go before the board and have a real conversation with somebody who knows somebody. So I give it that. But Vince would be amazing. He would say some wild stuff, dog. He'd be writing editorial.
Yeah, Vince is.
Vince would say some wild stuff.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, streets. Dang, we got rid of Master P. Jay Prince.
I would.
Jay Prince. But Smack is good too, man. Quiet as kept. A lot of these rappers be getting their shit from these battle raps. They get a lot of bars from these battle raps. I tap into battle rap not as often as I used to, but I tap into battle rap, and these rappers be taking these bars, boy.
All day. Whoa. My goodness.
He's just today's Gucci, man.
There are very few examples.
Okay, listen. He might be today's Gucci, man, but I think Gucci pushed the culture forward. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I'm like,
I agree
Gucci.
and disagree with his statement.
To Teresa's point, yeah, the board is about hip hop culture. So yeah, branding opportunities, partnerships, how the music is portrayed, perform. Like
Yep.
they are over kind of the identity of the culture of hip hop. So that they would be a part of that. Those kind of would be a part of it.
Y'all said battle rappers still raps too.
All right, who we
Yeah,
got from the street?
from each other.
Smacker J Prince. We got
To stay?
J Prince
No,
though.
to go to the end, to go to the screen,
Prince.
to the vote. B.
You said it's to go or to
No, to
This
stay.
is to stay.
Oh,
This
to
is
stay. Oh, stay J Prince.
All right, we got that. All right, moving on to veteran artists.
Missy.
To stay out of those. Missy, yeah. I'm going Missy.
Badu would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fire. I ain't gonna
Bro,
lie.
Badu would be
It would
fun.
be fire. But it's just like, dang, do we really dismiss Missy like that?
Missy. It's gotta be Missy, man.
Live.
This is the hip hop board of this has gotta be Missy.
I'm gonna say Missy too, just because I don't know if I would want Erykah Badu making like decisions about my career. So I'm gonna go Missy.
Yes, Teresa, the actual, yeah, that's just one component to be on the board of directors for the entire. This is for the entire culture, not just like dictating what rap songs about to come out, but for the entire culture.
Hey, real quick on Kareem's post, I disagree about the Gucci comment. I think Gucci throughout his career has been one artist that survived and like adapted whatever, but he's been the same artist. Like today's Gucci on the track with the future Gucci. Like if you told me in 2006 Gucci's music was gonna sound like this today, I would be like, of course it is. Lil Durk had like two separate careers.
Yeah.
Like I was convinced he was done. It didn't make sense in today's rap, and he was like, you know what? I think I do. And just I was like, whoa, like Chief Keef. No one's listening to Chief Keef like that. Lil Durk is consistently out there. So that is something that's impressive that you don't see a lot of, where you have a whole career, you just kind of, and then bounce back. You know who we didn't mention? Nas. Like Nas as an artist has done some crazy stuff, but
yeah, it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, it's no point in adding names. I think Nas would have been good, but I think this category is kind of filled out. So producers.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. I'm gonna say for real.
Let me say Tim.
Why? Why Tim?
Tim does a lot of stuff. Like if you ever follow like his socials and stuff, he's always like getting in the studio with young people, listening to people's music, like really trying to push the sounds and stuff forward all the time in a like collaborative way.
We didn't mention Birdman because he don't pay niggas.
Oh, you know who we didn't mention? Treehouse didn't even say it. His favorite person to talk about in this space, Yo Gotti.
Oh my
Gotti.
He ain't gonna make it all the way to the finals, but we should have talked about Gotti.
Yeah, I don't agree with. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't agree with it, but he probably won't make it over a lot of these other people. But he's definitely worth discussing in 2022 executives for sure.
Right.
No, I agree. So we discussed them. You have not been ignored anymore, Treehouse. Moving on. They be taking it personally, like you standing right next to him. Like, look, you see me out here. So my vote is for Tim. We got 2 votes for Pharrell and 1 for Tim. Brandon, what you got?
I'm gonna go Pharrell. I love, and this is my reasoning. Timbaland is actually my favorite producer, but Pharrell also does, more stuff, I guess, in like the fashion world and stuff like that as well. So I just gotta say he does a little bit more other stuff.
I think Pharrell can reach the masses more than Timberland can, in my opinion.
I think that makes sense. My draw towards Timberland was definitely about the like connected to the new culture. It wasn't about broad appeal in this space.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
I feel like Pharrell be dropping beats on these new artist projects randomly.
Timberland will be all over your beat though, man. Y'all ever go back and listen to old albums like Genuine and Missy? Timberland is all over them. Like, you know how Suge was complaining about Diddy in people's videos? Timberland's beats was taking over songs. Like, somebody's trying to sing, like
Look,
like,
Timberland used to do the ad libs on old people's songs.
Yes. Bro, he was like, yo, you doing a lot here. Timberland, it was his project. Like, it was his project. He just needed some vocalists. I'm like, man.
Okay, listen, weeks later, if y'all ever do worst rappers, put Magoo on there. Just note that.
Magoo is definitely making it. We make
Definitely.
Speaking of which, in about 6 weeks, is that your weekend, Brandon? Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
And for those of you who live in Michigan who aren't too far, what's the full weekend? I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna name it wrong.
What's
the whole weekend is called? It's called something. I'm messing it up.
What, the weekend?
Yeah, the Memorial Day weekend. Your it's like it's beef or something.
Beers weekend.
What is that? What it's called? I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
That's
see,
what we're gonna call it. Yeah.
And as a part of that, we want to do our first ever live in-person show. So for those of you in Michigan, I mean, we're gonna still stream it for everybody that's coming in space. But yeah, we're gonna build up to that. I think it'd be dope. Worst rappers might make it. That might be our show.
Hey, that might be a funny one in person.
A worst rappers 64 person bracket. Like,
that
might be the show. So we'll see.
Donnell Glover. Donnell is fighting for Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. He said he's there standing on a mountain.
I think he'll be good. I also could imagine him being annoying. And like, bro, did y'all anybody read his interview?
Well, listen,
he just interviewed
Brian,
himself, bro.
You wanted more Will Smiths, and I want more Donald Glovers before I want more Will Smiths.
I respect it. That's fine. That's fine. My thing is, that's fine. It makes sense. It does. He has a good eye on it. I think it makes perfect sense. Here's the thing. We got to come up with 3 more people to finalize this list. And it's a lot of quality names. Like
we got to come up with 3 more people
to send to count to. Yes, we have 3 spots left.
Shit.
3 spots left to send for the vote.
How many women do we have?
They gonna be mad if we don't put Beyonce on here.
We have 2 women. So here's the thing. All right, I'll make it even easier on us.
Look,
we're gonna make
Beyonce is on the list by way of Jay-Z. Just look at it like that, y'all.
Look, what he meant by that is Beyonce will be included in the board discussions. Not she only made our list because she was married to Jay-Z. Because I don't need the Beehive after me.
Yeah.
But so here I'm gonna make it a little easier on us. Y'all gonna vote for 7 audience people on there. Y'all gonna vote for 7, so we can put like 12 people here. So we have 7 right now. We can add 5 more. All right.
You gotta add Drake.
Yeah, I was about to say we should just send Drake on up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, you know the type of the Instagram post you're gonna do? It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
A lot of people would hate it, but I think it would be really progressive if Charlemagne could be a strong candidate to stay.
I like Rich Paul, honestly. Like on some complete different industry, eye on young people. I do think like people who are like quality agents for like helping young people get agency, like hey, take control of your career, like move in space.
I'm with you.
No, Teresa, no, you're right. You're right though, Teresa.
I want people who are business savvy. Yeah. I agree. That's my Rich Paul case. Nick Cannon is probably the most business savvy person on the screen. Like,
hey,
Nick Cannon should stay, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, you think about what he did with Wild 'N Out, that's nuts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Nick Cannon should, you know
Like
what?
music is his least successful.
Nick Cannon has put a shitload of people on.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
we only have 3 spots
Nick
left now.
Cannon is the coolest, corniest dude that ever existed.
This is true.
We only got 3 spots left,
Him and
y'all. I'm willing to say
Ronell
Jermaine
said
Dupri
Dame Dash.
out because I think
Dame should have been mentioned earlier.
He should have. I can't see me giving it to Dame and not including Russell or Diddy.
Man, we can't have Dame
Right.
and Jay on the same board.
That'd be worse than Jay Prince and Meg, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I don't think Jermaine Dupri makes it. He's valuable. I think we X him out.
Jermaine Dupri he's great at finding talent. Who else finds talent on this list better than Jermaine Dupri?
Yeah, but he finds
what?
He finds talent, and then what? Like, I feel like Jermaine Dupri, he was good, but then when we really look back, it's like the people that he found were talent. Like, I'm not gonna say were successful on their own, but they had talent, you know. And I feel like,
he found it.
But I feel like a Bow Wow didn't need Jermaine Dupri to be Bow Wow.
Oh shit. I'm sorry.
Hey, so you gonna argue with Shad himself? You gonna go up to Shad MySpace and say you a damn lie? You need him. Here's my
Beyonce is on the list, Teresa.
No, she wants to know if Beyonce's gonna make it to the vote though.
Oh.
I can't have me. This is not even sexist. This is more about like what they represent. Rihanna and Beyonce feel like
duplicates.
It's duplicates. So does Jay and Ye kind of to me also, but that is what I lost that Ye fight, so it is what it is. I can't have Jay, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Ye. Like that's excessive. They'd be a voting block. Like you would never get nothing done. Like, well, you know the 4 of them.
You know why that doesn't necessarily work, because it goes against the whole diverse thing. Like those are all people that are like direct peers.
Yeah.
Like they are in the same room.
So with that being said, I also don't need Jermaine Dupri. I don't know that he adds in that space. I think we got a lot in the Childish Gambino, Young Thug, Charlamagne the God, Rich Paul space that's not represented.
I got you.
I feel like I just saw the comment that said Beyonce isn't like Rihanna. I feel like Rihanna, as far as like business and everything, she got Beyonce in a knot. Like that's just my opinion. So I feel like
so you saying Fenty is better than House of Darion? How dare you?
How dare I? Right. I'm like, I mean, like as far as like industry, Rihanna don't even really make music like that no more. So it's like we're not talking about their skill as far as like, you know, and I'm not gonna do the Beyonce vocals versus Rihanna and everything.
No, please don't do that. Please.
So I feel like if we're talking about people who have a seat on the board, if we're comparing like, you know, who's more business savvy, who has like, you know, whose ventures outside of music are more successful, I would do Rihanna.
All right, look, we got 60 seconds left to select 3 people. Is it 3? I think it's 3. Y'all each get to pick one and we out. We go into the chat. Let me pull up and we already selected from the 30s and up. Yeah, so that's done. So this your choice. Is anybody that's not crossed off?
I'm selecting Childish Gambino.
All right. Next pick.
Oh, this is tough though, man. Because I low key want to change my shit.
I'm gonna go Future.
Who?
Future.
Oh, spicy board.
Live, feel me. I'll be the only one fighting for Future. I'm going to go Diddy.
It was between Diddy and Future, so I'm glad they both made it.
All right.
Hey, look.
There we go.
Hey, look. Just for voting's sake, just make Beyonce red.
For vote.
You can't. Y'all don't want to do that.
Fine. Yeah, we could do it. We could do it.
Just do it.
She gonna win.
Is she? She better not.
Let's see. All right. So look, let me explain to everybody what's gonna happen. Let me make sure I got all the names right. Let me know if I forgot anybody. We got Lil Durk, Jay Prince, Nick Cannon, Drake, Future, Childish Gambino, Missy, Jay-Z, Diddy, Beyonce, Rihanna, Kanye, and Pharrell. Those are the ones, and we want you guys to select 7.
Damn, Nas should have been on there.
He should have. He really should have. Oh man, Jay. But you know what? Jay would have probably blocked him anyways. Let me see. Let me see if I can copy it. What's the best way to pocket?
We got Teresa. We got Beyonce in.
They're a little bit behind now.
Okay.
Why y'all so Beyonce?
Future should not be here. I agree. Future should not be here.
I get the vote though. Look, we got diverse choices. Let's see if the actual board.
Hey man,
make it up.
Rich Paul should be over Future.
He didn't make it.
I know, that's crazy.
All right, so B, here is the link. So there will be a link in the chat for you guys to go and vote. You have to select 7 that make it, and the 7 you guys select in the link are the ones who make the chat. And I would say y'all go ahead and vote the host as well.
Vote.
Go ahead and vote. So people who did Rich Paul or Charlemagne the God really should have. I think they would have brought a lot to it. I think Rich Paul would have.
All right.
But having Jay Prince there gives some of the things that Rich Paul does. Like Jay Prince definitely has an eye on shaping the career of young folks. He's also, super street. So we got that going.
The link is in the chat.
Yeah, that is crazy. Rich Paul or Charlemagne didn't make the finals.
Y'all went super heavy on y'all hip hop royalty. Biggest surprise that they didn't. All right, biggest surprise that they didn't make it. Bruce Wayne, who's your biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise. I ain't gonna say biggest surprise, but Dr. Dre or Russell Simmons. But I mean, we can't pick everybody in hip hop royalty. So
yeah, Dr. Dre not making it. Like when you think about it, it's like, man,
it makes sense that he don't make it. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
Dre's on the short. Like, bro, what he's done with Apple and music, and yeah.
Think about Jay Prince, though. I mean, we need somebody on the list with some muscle.
I think it makes sense. Hey, what's crazy is
on the list, on my list, it say Missy and one say Missy Elliott.
Oh man, did I mess it up? I sure did. I messed it. Look, thank you for that.
Hey, and it got me selecting 7 instead of 5.
It's 7. It's 7.
Okay,
I bumped it up. I bumped it up to 7. But I will don't vote for Missy Elliott. I'm gonna get rid of that wherever it is. You can use the Missy one. I will edit it, and the Missy Elliott will go away.
All right.
That's what happened when you do stuff live. Mistakes happen. We got 5 votes in. Let me go ahead and try to.
Oh man, you are right, Teresa. We didn't say Snoop.
Snoop would have been hilarious. Snoop would have been really good. Snoop Nas.
Oh my god!
Snoop and Nas, like, to be sure. You know what else we didn't do? And I blame this on the chat. We didn't have either of the Dorians in the chat, so we didn't get like KRS-One. We didn't get DJ Premier, like just OGs in the space or whatever, like at all. not even mentioned. So hey, guess what? That's your fault, not mine. I mean, not us on screen. That's everybody in the chat fault. I'm blaming you.
Yeah. Everybody dropped the ball on Snoop for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the link one more time in the chat.
Let's go ahead and vote there. I mean, give it about a couple more minutes. If you know somebody that wasn't even watching, but you want them to vote, go ahead and forward it on to them and post it real quick. 924-001. Interesting. The results are coming in. I don't know if people can see them. Did they show y'all the results when y'all get done voting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Show them as they moving. This is crazy.
Everybody's gotten at least a vote. I do feel bad for the under 30 because I feel like they would make a board like this regardless, even though they won't get enough votes or something like this. Like they would have a standing spot just because of who they are, because that voice is always going to get left out. But well. Let me see if I can vote. All right, we're going to do 3 more minutes, and then we'll call out the results of this. Liv, who are you most surprised didn't make the cut out of the folks that we had on the list today?
I mean, I feel like all of the kind of like heavy hitters made it down. Probably Nicki Minaj. I'm surprised nobody even really like put up a. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't put up a fight. I don't know. I'm not in the Nicki mood today.
Hey, I got a question, Brian. What's some things about because we talking about the pet peeves earlier, but what's some things about the culture or about rap today that you like, that you wish that we had 20 years ago?
I mean, the same on the oh my bad, Simp. The same on the negative part earlier. I like that, bro. If we was coming up, if we was 14 years old right now, like we could go and make beats, like legitimate, high quality sounding music. Like you could, like hip hop is for everyone now. Like you don't just have to consume. Like you can create, you can mix songs, you can change stuff, whatever. So how accessible the music is, it's not like, all right, this label is just running and like you got to get Gorilla on it. So that's I like that amount. I also like, related to technology, that everybody raps together, like in ways that you would never hear before. Like tomorrow, somebody be like, "Oh yeah, they just emailed me the track," and then I'm on it, so you can hear. Like now they go up expecting to hear all of their favorite people rap together, where it would be like unheard of.
You like that better than Caps like we had back in the day, the Rockefellers, the Rough Riders, the Caps and shit.
Oh yeah, I man, think about how much of a big deal it was that Pac and Biggie rapped with Bone. It was like, what? Like you rap with both? Like that? Now you get to hear everybody. And like both of the songs was dope, but I would love more of that, just hearing folks together and hearing folks rapping and stuff. So I like that. Camps was cool. Like you knew something, you know what I mean? Like they had distinct sounds and stuff, and we don't have that anymore. Like you got drill, and you got some of the whatever is going on. We need a bigger. But,
hey, Brandon, I got a question for you. With this new Kendrick album that's about to drop,
yes.
do you think this is going to push his name over the top? You know, it's always Kendrick, Drake, and Cole. Kendrick, Drake, Cole. You know what I'm saying?
That is my hopes, because I've been people always want to put Kendrick and Cole, you know, against each other. It's either one or the other. I always been on the Kendrick boat more than Cole. But I feel like this album is definitely going to show people why he's over Cole. And
hey, hot take, and I mean, Kendrick only has 2.5 good albums.
Here we go.
That's it. Kendrick is wildly overrated because of how talented he is, but his music is not always good and like approachable. Like his music isn't always music you can just sit down and listen to. He's super talented, but he
You're
don't
wrong
make
about
music
him being wildly overrated. That's just a wrong. That's an inaccurate statement.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, he's not overrated. His music is not approachable. Like it's like, yeah, I can't listen to that again. It's like Donda. It's like, yeah, that was fine.
Listen, when
I
To
can't
Pimp a
listen to that
Butterfly,
again.
Donda was fire.
when To Pimp a Butterfly first came out, I didn't like it, but I grew to love that shit.
Exactly. It was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And then
I must not made it to that time yet. That must be like 2033 because it's not 2022.
Like his music is not as good as like he's more talented than his music is good. So
Thank you.
Ooh,
Liv said it.
okay.
Liv said it. Boom.
like he
All
can
right.
run circles around.
Kendrick, you hear that?
Like
That nigga deliver on this album.
he could.
All right, one last time for the link, and then I'm gonna get ready to post the results.
All right.
But no, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like you have some people who are superficial and make pop hits, and everything they touch is like catchy and on the radio, but they don't have any talent. Kendrick is all talent, all substance, but his music isn't always like super.
Man, I'm just always for the people that are trying to do something different than what everybody else is doing and trying to push the culture forward and challenge whatever is going on at the time. And so I can appreciate people like him and Kanye and those people because no matter if it's right, wrong, good, bad, whatever the case is, they're going to do exactly what they want to do on their own time.
Yeah.
I think
that's part of pushing the culture forward.
Yeah, that's what's most important to the culture where we see everything just duplicated or people see one formula or one type of thing that worked for one person and now everybody following that. So I appreciate the people that come along and be like, hey, I'm going to shake things up, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And that's exactly what Kendrick is going to do. That's what he did with one post, actually. It's
right.
One post that was like one sentence.
Hey, but look, if we ride to the Beats and Beers weekend and you giving me a ride and I hop in the car and like, all right, we getting ready to go, we hype, and then you turn on Kendrick To Pimp a Butterfly. I'm like, what are we doing right now?
Man, please, I turn on these walls.
Are we burning sage? Like, what is happening?
But you set that setting though. You set that setting. Why we got to be in a trip on the way there? You know what I'm saying? You did that. Don't do that.
When would you ever listen to that? Like, unless you're trying to have like a spiritual awakening. Like it's just so heavy, deep, and real.
Oh man!
Boom,
look at these results. Look at these results.
This is the top 5.
Top 7.
Oh, top 7. Well, we only looking for 5, right?
No, we picked 7.
No, 7. It was 7. 7 out of the 12.
Well, I mean, depends. Look, hey, if we cut it off, y'all could. This is who made the top. I tried to extend it to give people. I told them that we would add more because it was difficult for us to make it to 10. So I gave them more because I think Teresa specifically asked for more spots on the board during the conversation before we started the vote. So going into the vote.
So this is the top 7.
Yep, and it was a tie in votes there. So we
got between Drake and Beyonce.
Yep. So here's our board. You got Jay, you got Childish Gambino, you got Diddy, Kanye, Rihanna, Drake, Beyonce, and that is the board. Oh, another vote came in.
Oh my God, the Beehive is crazy.
Somebody saw this and said, "Wait a minute, how dare you?" let me get rid of my Drake vote. All right. Well, Beyonce is firmly in 6. So look, hey, I think this is a solid board. It's kind of similar. Like it feels, like that voting block. Like I said, that Jay, Kanye, Rihanna, Beyonce.
But in a sense, these are some of the most revered people in our culture, though.
Yeah. But I think like Missy would be more fun on a board like this, and then like
Yeah.
somebody
Hey, I'm not
like
gonna
Jay
lie.
Prince.
To see Childish Gambino at 2, I'm kind of surprised. Like,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
yeah,
It's a bunch of Atlanta fans out here, probably. It's got
Mhm.
to be it. They know his work, they know his craft. But yeah, I think that's that is where we landed. Jay Prince, we don't need your muscle, man. You don't make the cut. You know,
Liv, I got a question for you. You wasn't know when we was talking about it earlier. Explain to me why my kids think NBA YoungBoy is the GOAT.
please explain it.
I'm not one of them. I'm an NBA boy hater. I mean, I think that his music is, people say it's relatable. I cannot relate to that, but some people are really into that. I feel like his music is very consistent. Some people are into that. I more so think it all just sounds the same. But I feel like he's consistent. He was very young when he came out, so everybody's really into that. That's really it. His fan base is more is louder than him in his music. His social media presence isn't even it's not even that loud. It's really just his fan base. So I can't get into the fan base. It's too much. I accidentally hashtag NBA YoungBoy on a TikTok, and I had to delete the whole TikTok because his fan base was just going nuts.
What was they doing? What was they doing in the comments?
They do this thing where they'll comment on people's no matter what you're doing. Like, let's say if I was making a cooking video and it was like NBA YoungBoy cook better, NBA YoungBoy. They come up with a post and they just do crazy stuff like that. Like, it's kind of funny, but yeah, his fan base definitely turns me away. But I mean, his music isn't bad. Like, he definitely has hits, but I think a lot of his music sounds the same. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like he'll probably grow up a little bit. He's really young. Like, he might be, I don't know how old he is. He might be like 20, 19, but
oh wow.
Yeah, he's really young, but his music isn't bad. I'm just not a big fan because it's kind of all sounds the same.
yeah.
Well, look,
Okay. I don't know if we about to close out or whatever, but listen, we didn't talk about rapping off beat with the pet peeves, because that is definitely a trend. But
that board will definitely make that go away. It's nothing but rhythm in our hip hop board. They're like, nah, bruh. You're gonna have to figure something out. Studio sessions, overlooking your producers. Yeah, they're rapping off beat. But like we said, you go all the way back. Like, Silk the Shocker was out here not hearing a single beat at once. And there is something about like your content being important. And I think like Kendrick does it and Cole does it, where they're not Rick Ross, where like Rick Ross will, everything fits the same amount of syllables. Like, he don't care. Like, they're like, I'm gonna fit it in, I'm gonna make it work. And so I think other people try to do that, and that's how they end up being on beat and stuff like that. They're like, all right, well, I'm about to like say this witty bar and like make it work. And it's like, nah.
Right.
Nah, I think Meek Mill also.
Well, yeah, Silk the Shocker was definitely the Soldier Boy rapping off beat.
What about Meek Mill?
No, I was saying Meek Mill opened the door for that kind of style of rap, and I feel like people tried to emulate that. And
I think Meek is on beat for them. I mean, he's on beat.
That's what I'm saying. I think that Meek Mill has that style of rap, and I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
And people tried to emulate that, and it didn't really hit the same. Like, I think of a person like a G Herbo, and his music and Meek Mill's music, they don't make the same style of music, but kind of how they deliver is kind of similar. But G Herbo's it's not always a miss, but he kind of does that rapping off beat type of thing. And I think that, in my opinion, I feel like Meek Mill opened the door for that people tried to copy. Rick Ross probably started that, but I feel like people tried to do a Meek Mill thing and it didn't really hit.
You know who is the most respected offbeat rapper? Who? Talib Kweli. Nobody ever slanders him. He's always offbeat. He's always offbeat. And everybody's like, Talib is so dope because he rap with Mos Def. But yeah, Talib is always offbeat.
Dorian would be on your head right now.
That don't make him a bad rapper. It could make him a bad rapper,
Dorian
but
would be on your head.
all right. So look, first off, shouts out to Bruce Wayne for joining us this week. Appreciate you holding it down.
Yeah.
Next week when we come back, we're gonna do a show like where we focus it all on one artist. We're gonna figure an icon of our culture. We'll decide it this week, and we're gonna get into their bag of music. What's some of their top 10 songs? Controversial picks about there was some of their worst stuff, ranking their albums. So we're gonna really, really get in it, and I think we're gonna bring out some interesting thoughts and ideas on folks. And I think everybody not as on board as they thought they was about some of these great artists. So the Icon Show will be next week. Make sure to tune in. The link will go up. And if you don't already, subscribe to Beats and Beers on YouTube, the Beats and Beers channel, and then you'll get all of our shows are always posted there. So if you check in at 7:30 Eastern time on Thursdays and you can't find the link, just go to YouTube to the Beats and Beers page, and you can find us there. Any last things from y'all, from the crew?
Nope.
I'm voting for NBA YoungBoy for the icon for next week. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. Y'all have an amazing weekend.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.
All right, peace.